All right, today what we're going to be working on is learning how to do a little bit more laser cutting stuff. So what we're going to do is we are going to create our very own dice. All right. So if you go to this assignment, basically, if you look at it, we're going to use something called finger joints. Finger joints are a way to attach flat pieces together, and it allows you to have a nice finished look that is flush with the surface. Okay. So we are going to, step one, choose the size of dice. So no more than 3 inches per side. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my dice 3 inches. But if you want to make yours smaller, that would be completely fine. Then I'm going to measure the thickness of my material. Okay, so this distance right here on the finger joints is the thickness of the material. So it's going to depend on what material you are using. We will all use pretty much the same material, but you should still measure it because even using the same material, it can have different, slightly different thicknesses. All right, and then decide on the number of spacing of finger joints. So if you want the look of a little bit more, you can add more than two. Um, so you are going to take some time and draw your dimensions below. Okay, so basically you are going to decide what size of box you want, number of finger joints, and you are going to measure the thickness of the material. All right. So once you have that, I did it on a separate sheet of paper. I'm going to go to this website right here. All right, so this website allows you to make plans for this type of thing. So I'm going to make a 3 inch by 3 inch by 3 inch box. These are going to be the outside dimensions. I measured mine, and it is not this. Mine is, the thickness is 0.18. All right. Yours might be different than that. So you are going to base it off the thickness of what you have. I want a closed box and I want finger joints. All right. So see here, there's only one. So I am going to reduce the size of this to about this. So I have at least 2 finger joints. All right. So these are the plans. All right. So now let's go back and see what we're doing. All right. So website, this is what I kind of put in. All right. Now I'm going to download the box plans as an SVG file and remove the panel labels. Okay. So I'm going to go over here and I am going to remove the panel labels and I'm going to click download the SVG file. All right, so it's called box. I already have done one, so it's box one. Just note where it's saved. Mine's in downloads. All right, so now I am going to go to Corel Draw and I'm going to open up a new file. I can title it dice, and I'm going to make a width of 12 and a height of 8. All right, and I'm going to click OK, and I'm going to right click and then import. My import is going to be that box file. Okay, go ahead and click it in there. All right, so these are my 6 panels of my box. All right, I'm going to go down here immediately and double click on my stroke and I'm going to adjust it to hairline. And I am going to adjust the color all the way down to 000, which is black. All right, and click OK. All right, so now we have all our box panels right there. They are all hairlines, so that means they can be cut out. So technically, we could be done here and we could make a box. It just wouldn't have anything on any surface, so that's not very exciting. All right, so now what we are going to do is I'm going to put in numbers. If you want to put in something else, that is okay with the following limitations. it has to be cut out. So it's not going to be, for example, let's say we have G, all right? So you would not have this color right here, because if the laser sees this color, any color, it will try to raster it, which is try to just burn it, and it will take a ton of extra time, and I'm not going to print those. So the only thing that we are going to do is cut it out. So how we do that is we would add a hairline, and we would remove our fill. All right, so now if you look at this shape would be okay because there's not an area that's cut out that would allow this to not be completely visible. So like if we did a different one, like A, and we cut, so we did the same thing, we removed the fill, and then we added in the hairline. Okay. In this case, when the laser cuts this out, it's going to cut out the outline and then it's going to cut out this. So if we then see it on the dice, it's not going to look like that. It is going to look like that. All right. Do you see how this space would fall out because it would cut this and then it would also cut this? So this is not what we want. So to get away from that, what we're going to do is we are going to use a stencil font. So I'm just going to put in numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. And I'm going to make them about the size I want. I'm going to highlight it, and then I'm going to type in stencil. And now if you look at these numbers are going to let you cut it out without having a space where you don't know what's going on. So now I'm going to highlight all of them. I'm going to turn off the fill, and I'm going to add in hairline. All right, so now we have this. Now I'm going to place them into the correct location. So I'm going to copy, paste, and then usually it locks into place in the correct location. Copy, paste. All right. If you want to have a correct dice, then do 1, 2, 3 on the top. Copy, paste. All right. And then dice should add up to 7. So this is the front and the back. So down here, you have copy, paste. So this one will go here. And then this one will go here. And then this one, copy, paste. And then this one will go here. All right, so this is basically, and then clean up the extra stuff around it. Okay, so I'm going to delete that stuff. So this looks pretty good. So this would be where you would check with your partner to make sure that you have everything hairline and you have no fill. All right, this is the only thing that I will cut out. I'm not going to cut out anything that has any color to it, anything else. Okay, so once you are here, all right, and you have checked with your partner, not with Mr. Odom, with your partner, you are then going to save as, and you're going to go to the building share, all right, and you are going to building share, sorry, South Student, IED 2023, and you're going to go to whatever period is yours, and you are going to go to the file, dice project, all right, and you are going to save this dice as your name, all right, so I would save it as Odom. You would save it as whatever your last name is. Okay. So once it is there, all right, once we have four at a time, we will then put all four of these dice into one file, and then we will cut all of them out at once. All right. So in the meantime, all right, what you are going to do is I'm going to pause it here, but we are going to make another video where you take this and bring it into Fusion and assemble it in Fusion.